Jillian, tell us about your new book, Master Your Metabolism. I mean, it's an instant New York Times bestseller.
Yes, I know. Thank God. It's my third book, and it's probably the one I am the most proud of. It is based on my own journey and evolution as a health and wellness expert, and with everything that I do and that I believe in, it's something that comes from my own experience. And what brought me to write this book is that, for years I've struggled with my own weight, with keeping the weight off. I went to an endocrinologist and found out that I was hypothyroid, and I started to see hyperpigmentation on my face, and they said, that I was hormonally imbalanced and all of this crazy stuff, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And, of course, I'm very fortunate to have access to some of the best weight loss doctors, the best biochemists, the best endocrinologists. And again, through my own journey, I began to understand the nature of metabolism, and suddenly the light went on. For years I would tell people, well, you got to sleep because, the more sleep you get, the more you lose weight. But I never understood why that was. And it's like, well, she just has a slow metabolism. Well, what does that actually mean? And I wanted to get to the bottom of answer those questions. And that's what I'm hoping Master Your Metabolism does. It explains to people what metabolism is, what ages us, what makes us sick, what makes us overweight, and then it teaches us solutions to reverse the aging process, to boost immunity, to fight obesity, and that's the whole idea.
Well, and I think, too, reading through the book myself, noticing you talk a lot about hormones and adrenals, the endocrine system, and I think that is a topic that not a lot of people are familiar with. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, hormones, it's not just about women. It's not just about menopause and PMS. I mean, it affects children, men, women, all alike.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But, people don't realize how much they actually do know. I could throw out a word like insulin, and everybody would know what that means because we've all played with carb crazes. Or I could say cortisol, and almost all of us have seen those infomercials in the middle of the night talking about cortisol blocking, and how it's related to belly fat. Or I could throw out human growth hormone, and all the baby boomers know about that because they're starting to play with supplementation, and everybody saw it on Oprah. So it's amazing how much people actually do know. But what they don't understand is that these are all hormones. And these hormones you can't single out a hormone and attack it. It's sort of like a symphony. When one hormone is out of whack, the whole thing is out of whack. When one instrument's out of whack, the whole piece of music sounds bad. And in order to bring the body back into balance, we need to do it naturally to bring your body back into its optimal state. And that's the idea. It's looking at what is damaging your body and your endocrine system, what I call anti-nutrients or toxins or chemicals in our foods are making us sick and gain weight, and then how to restore power nutrients, ingredients, natural foods that boost your fat-burning genetics and help fight aging, and then rebalance, looking at your life, everything from sleep, exercise, beauty products, cleaning supplies, eating schedule, how it's working for you and how it's working against you, and getting your life back into balance so you get back to that state of optimal health.
Talk about your new product line that you're launching.
Yes. Okay. This, I'm hoping, I've always been huge into nutraceuticals, which are natural vitamins and supplements, anti-pharmaceuticals, anti-drug companies. I believe, again, that natural products, our soil is depleted, it's over-farmed. We're not getting a diversified enough diet. People often don't have the money to eat perfectly, and even if they did, they wouldn't have time to assemble the perfect meal with all the proper vitamins and minerals. With that said, there are certain things that will accelerate your weight loss. A perfect example, we touched on cortisol a little bit earlier. This is the belly fat hormone, the stress hormone. The fat burner product, I have a fat burner product and an appetite control product and a detox probiotic product. And down the road, again, I'm hoping to do joint support and PMS formulas and energy, B-complex, electrolytes. I have a protein powder coming out, all of that stuff. But right now, we're starting with the 3 and the protein powder. And the idea here is putting ingredients, natural plant products, polyphenols, plant-based polyphenols, that will help you unlock your fat cells while you're burning calories, lose more fat versus fat and muscle, which happens when we lose weight. People lose a large percentage of muscle without realizing it. And then the appetite control product helps inhibit our hunger hormones that get triggered when we reduce our calorie intake. So essentially it helps us eat less, and it helps us burn more fat while we're losing weight.
How did you come up with the idea of this new line?
I've been supplementing for years, and the problem is I got sick and tired of selling other people's products. So, and it's like I was having to recommend 3 different products to do one thing because you've got to blend certain ingredients together. You want a vitamin C blend in conjunction with, the right amount of natural caffeine and blah, blah. I could get into the biochemistry of it all day long, but, it was getting ridiculous. And then I was having to recommend products that had stuff in them that I didn't like artificial coloring and the gel caps. And I just went to my business partner and I was like, we need to create our own line. Make this happen. And, overnight he found the right company, the right partner for us, a lab that was willing to create, of course, put me in touch with the best doctors in the business. And I was able to create a product that has everything that I want and nothing that I don't. That's 100% natural, extremely effective. And, they're hitting stores this week. They're in GNC, Walmart, Target, all pharmacies, drugstores, grocery stores around the country. You can learn more about them at JillianMichaels.com or JillianMichaelsWeightLoss.com, and I'm super excited about it.
As a trainer for The Biggest Loser, how did you get recognized and hired for this?
Fluke.
Really?
Yeah, complete fluke. I had been, from 17 to 23, I was a fitness trainer, and I was working in health and wellness, and then from 23 to 27, I thought I needed a real job, and I got in the entertainment industry. Very, very miserable doing that. Got back into health and wellness, opened a sports medicine facility. I worked as a physical therapy aide in my own sports medicine facility, working with, of course, chiropractors and physiatrists and PTs. And we had a very Hollywood-based clientele because of our location and because of my time in the entertainment industry. And one of our clients was a Hollywood agent. He heard about the show, put me up for it. I wasn't interested. I was like, I'm running a business. I don't like reality TV. That's a stupid name for the show, blah, blah, blah. He convinced me to go in, and then they said, look, we're going to give you, a group of people, and you're going to run their lives. And it was kind of hard to resist at that point, and the rest is history.
So let me ask you, too, because we're talking about, balancing the hormones, adrenal burnout, slowing ourselves down and trying to get that balance back in life, internally and externally. You have a list of monumental achievements. I mean, you've got 3 books out, the DVDs, your website, you're contributing editor to Self Magazine, fitness coach, you've done video game for Nintendo Wii, you're an ambassador for the American Cancer Society. The list goes on and on. Your new product line, appearances, interviews, and that little show called The Biggest Loser. You are on all the time. How do you not get your own adrenal burnout? How do you keep yourself balanced with a pace like that?
Oh, my God. It's something that I am really struggling with, especially right now when it feels like there just aren't enough hours in the day. And, I would say in the last 3 days I've gotten 8 hours of sleep. And it is not ideal. And so, that's when I really look to my diet and my supplementation to keep me in line. Because I haven't even been able to work out. Yesterday I got up at 2:30 in the morning and I worked till 6 at night. Today I got up at 5 in the morning and I'm going to be working until 9 at night. Tomorrow I got to get up at 5 in the morning and work till 7 at night. So it definitely requires finding balance in other aspects of your life, and that means eating right, supplementing properly, trying to get at least one day off a week where you can sleep all day long. It's hard. It really is, but you make it work, and again, you control the aspects of your life that you can, and in my case, diet and supplementation is how I make it work.
Hey, Jillian, I want to thank you so much for taking the time.
I can't thank you enough for your time.